Banerjee. And now I would like to request to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Mahesh Bhatt, to say a few words. But wait.
You're not going to introduce me and all that.
Yes.
Fast forward then.
I know.
Fast forward करनी
I know कि महेश भट्ट जी को कोई भी इंट्रोडक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है, पर थोड़ा सा फॉर्मेलिटी के लिए. Okay. Okay then. So I would like to invite Mr. Mahesh Bhatt to say a few words and give blessings to Mr. Vinod Pandey for his new journey.
It is so refreshing to hear the author, my friend, once my rival. We began our journey almost the same time. He had made it perfect, and then he was making Niki and I was making art. He was the biscuit from London, and I was the nipped in the bud young Zafar the Terrible, who was jumped in the dustbin of history till somehow I managed to survive the fire that they had already arranged for me, the industry. The industry is too keen to write people's obituary. And somehow I survived that and made art. So we were in a way writing them. There's another person, the memory that holds us together is an extraordinary human being called Jay Dixit, who was my professor at St. Xavier and the Noji's writer. So we, in a way, have been strangely stitched together. So when Amit Khanna, my friend, came to me and said that there's a book launch and the Lord wants you to come, I said, of course, it is his rights that I should be here on the platform.
You see, I will have to go back. Nostalgia is very important in life. Dixit ji and I saw at the Liverpool Theatre. Trial finished at about 3:30 or something like that. Bhook lagi mujhe badi जोर. And we are coming down Pali Hill. चले लंच का वक्त हो गया, जाना चाहिए नहीं जाना चाहिए, ये बात लगने लगी. मैं I could not hold myself. और महेश जी अब बाइक में बैठ के दरवाजा की घंटी बजाई, लेट थी, मैंने दरवाजा खोला, मैं अंदर महेश बालकनी के नजदीक जमीन पर बैठा हुआ. My first words were, I am angry with you, I am jealous of you, how dare you make such a beautiful film. Is that right or not? In the evening we met each other again at Manaji's place. My God, he was so angry with me. Coming to my house, you tell me this, I won't do this. How you have to be, he was very, very complimentary, very warm about it. I was so honest about it.
So I've got 2 mics now. So the point is that when he asked me to come, I think it was really important that I wholeheartedly embrace this invitation. So thank you for this honor. And there's something you said there, that this writing has become your refuge. I think this is the most truthful confession that you have made, because they say writers write either with an overflowing heart or from a heartbreak. When your heart is broken, you write, or when you are overflowing with some kind of an unexplainable experience of life which has invaded every bone of your being, which seeks expression. And I think most of the books that are there on the shelves and on the shelves were written by people who use writing as a refuge. Because most of the time human beings write to escape from the unexplainable mystery of life and the certainty of death, which is staring at all of us. So the written word is man's last combat against insignificance. We all know that we are transient creatures, that we flash through the skies of life, the dark skies of life, light for some time, depending on the power that we have in our DNA, but ultimately we fade out and leave the memories that you once existed. And writers leave their footprints on the sands of time. So this is our last desperate attempt to stay relevant. We, all of us fight transience because we know that the culture chews us and spits us on the sidewalk and asks for more. But I think that's what makes us so unique. I say us because I'm also a writer who has used the written word as my tool of communication, because I know the bandwidth of Hindi cinema or television doesn't give you that privilege to express some very subversive, very complex views which you can do with a written word. So I think you will find the romance with writing has just begun, and I think it will, the way you have embraced it, I'm certain that you will delve into spaces which you perhaps never knew existed. And that's where the storytellers actually take a leap, and I'm certain that you are on a threshold of something unique. I see a bar here of Vinod Pandey, a new Vinod Pandey emerging from what you think is the dead end, because what you see as a dead end is in fact nothing but a new beginning. And I come to applaud you and say that you are a brave man to make this new beginning, because you are the master of this journey, with no financer, no distributor, no star to breathe over your shoulder and to dictate to you what should be the next word you should punch into your computer. It's you and you alone who are going to be the person who will decide that. And I think this is perhaps the greatest phase of your life, where you are really tasting absolute and total freedom. But we have to be very grateful to people, our publishers, who in this age of time, when they, when everything is being reduced to 140 characters of Twitter, and the attention deficit disorder is a reality where we have entered the digital age, and where you still find these kind of marvelous bookshops. I think it's very brave of the publishers to make huge investments in storytellers, and it's a relationship which has always been a complex one. I hope you both make this marriage work for a very long time, and from your smile, I'm certain this is going to work for a very long time. Thank you very much.
We had another comment.
Oh yes.
There isn't a dull moment when Bhatt Sahib is around. Thank you so much, sir. Reading from the portions of the book Saanvri, the story of concubine. Let me share Mr. Singh Gupta's profile with you first. Mr.
Stop for a moment, please. There was an intense quiver in her voice. Lana also stopped, and while trying to figure out the expression in her eyes, he teased. What happened? Manna chahti hai? You want to die? She let out a deep sigh, and then mewed romantically like a young girl in love. Absolutely. I sure feel like that. Rana turned away from her, bursting into an uncontrollable laughter. She persisted. Just turn your face this way, Ranaji. She had a dreamy softness in her eyes. Rana obliged and stared at her searchingly. After a moment's gaze in his eyes, she held his face in her hands and claimed his lips. It was a wholesome kiss, deeper into the mouth, ripe with feelings. As she withdrew slowly, her voice quavered with emotion, saying, "You have changed me completely, Ranaji."
Yeah. It was a beautiful arrangement
of title raid, Mr. Francisco, Dushan, and the team of the dedicated.
भाई है ना, ये मत ही हो गया यार कितना ओके सर जैसे आप गेटिंग यंगर न्यूयॉर्क
Ready? Sir, today come to support your friends for the book launch. Saanvri, what do you want to say?
When a filmmaker makes a transition from the world of images and sound to the written word, it's a moment to celebrate because what he actually clamors for is more freedom to express his deepest thoughts, which he perhaps cannot find in the space of cinema that exists in the time that we live in. I see Vinod making a new beginning. This man who hit the headlines years back with Ek Baar Phir is making another beginning. This is the Ek Baar Phir journey of the writer who's going to use words and climb to unimaginable heights. So I've come here to congratulate him and applaud him and seek inspiration from him to go on and on and on till we burn out.
Yes, sir, today is the first day movie release DSND. What kind of response is getting from the fans of Bollywood?
Well, I do not know what kind of response it's getting, but I saw the film yesterday and I was staggered by Gauri's work. I was awestruck by Alia and Shah Rukh. I have never seen him on the screen the way he has emerged in this particular film. It's an out-of-the-box film. It's a very brave film. It's a film that makes Indian cinema proud. It's a new turn into a zone which is going to bring many surprises. Many new filmmakers will now speak this kind of a language.
Sir, recently Ranveer Singh promoted Jack and Jones brand, Jack and Jones jeans in a sexiest way. Is necessary to go out of the way to go. Sir, what is your take on that? Is it necessary to do this kinds of sexiest way to promote a brand of a jeans? Is necessary?
Well, I have no reason to put any Lakshman Rekha on anybody's way of living life or doing things or thinking. But if your society has laid down certain rules and norms, then the people in my industry are well advised to stay within the space that is allocated. Otherwise, you'll have to face the music of the forces that control our lives these days.
Thank you so much.
क्या इस बुक की स्टोरी है आपकी फिल्म में देखने मिलेगा हमें?
देखिए, जब वो सीन्स पढ़े जा रहे थे तो मुझे लगा कि मैं पूजा भट्ट से बात करूं कि जिस्म 3 जो है उसकी कहानी यहाँ से ली जाए.
थैंक यू सो मच.